Hi, and welcome to Two Tired Teachers.
We are coming at you from a Corps of Engineer campground called Mills Creek, and it is on
The Sam Rayburn Reservoir in the Piney Woods of Texas.
And it is beautiful here. As you can see, the reservoir is right behind us. And I will say that on this weekend, the last weekend in June, I guess, something like that. But anyway, probably 100 of the 110 sites are occupied.
Yeah.
And at least a third of those have boats.
Yes.
And so that is this is divided almost exactly into two loops, one that's a 30 amp and one that's a 50 amp. Not exactly, but close.
Yes.
The 50 amp, almost every site has a built-in overflow parking. So that there's the site for the trailer and tow vehicle, and then another little site for, so they're giving room for that.
Yes.
There are a couple of parking areas over in the 50 amp. But just so you know, if you have a boat, feel free to bring it. Lots of folks do. And but one thing that I do appreciate about this park, and that is that it is a public boat ramp.
Yes.
Here, there's a large public boat ramp, but that is completely separate.
Yes.
As you pull into the park, if you are going to the boat launch, it's going to be on they turn left.
Yes.
So people that are just coming for that day use, they're not having to drive through the campsites.
Oh, and Sharon, speaking of the day use, this camp has a beautiful swim area in the day use area.
Swim and beach area, but we are here during the summer of 2020, and so we're just choosing not to swim this year. But it is a great looking area, and lots of people are choosing to swim.
Yes.
But the Piney Woods here, it is gorgeous. We've seen a lot of woodpeckers, we've seen squirrels, and honestly, right across the street here, we've been sitting watching, and squirrels playing. I actually saw 2 different times a squirrel fall. I've never seen that in my life, but I mean, you heard the thud too.
So we've got some clumsy squirrels here.
But it is a beautiful park, and like we said, it's lots of folks here. But you can see the campsites are beautiful, and I'm assuming we didn't come from Houston. We try to avoid Houston when possible. But I'm guessing this park is about an hour and a half north of Houston.
Northeast.
Yes. And so I think a lot of these folks are coming from that area.
Look, we lived in the Metroplex, and we're used to that because of a lot of our parks that we went to often. On the weekends, people from Dallas and Fort Worth would go to them. Yeah, if you're trying to look this up on a map to see where it might be, Jasper, Texas is the nearest town of some size to the park.
Yeah, it's a metropolis just south. But we ended up there is a Dollar
Brothers.
General and a Brookshire's Brothers
In
Express.
Hemphill. Oh,
But the one is like. But anyway, I'm thinking 15 miles from here.
Yeah.
So you're going to have a drive if you've forgotten something. There's really not anything that's very near, but obviously a lot of folks think it's worth the drive. And so, obviously, usually when we're in the state of Texas, we are in Texas state parks. We couldn't find a site to fill in the dates we needed, so we decided to look for Corps of Engineer, and this one is beautiful.
it's absolutely beautiful.
But it's not on any beaten path.
No.
You're going to have to kind of make a trip if you want to come here, but
and if
it
you
is
come
beautiful.
And can get Site 66.
Yeah,
It's a winner.
It is a winner because this road's so narrow, nobody can park a boat trailer right across the street from us. We've got a gorgeous view that way. The restroom that's right next door to us right now is closed, and that may be because of COVID-19. They don't have the people to keep the rest. We're not sure. But that means that we've got this whole area essentially is ours with our site. And some of the sites you'll see as we show you the video of the campsites are not quite as spread out. And so we've really enjoyed just sitting here and sunset is actually that direction, but the color's changing back
Yes.
over this way. It's just been beautiful. And like we said, it's the end of June. We've been sleeping with the windows open, which for Texas
Yeah.
in the summer is a big deal. And I don't know I don't know if there's been a hurricane
No, I
that
don't
left
know.
some cloud cover for us or what. But it's been a lot of fun, and we've enjoyed our stay here and are
We highly recommend this park.
getting on the road in the morning. Thanks for watching Two Tired Teachers.